God, my God. I know we try to define, attempt to describe. It's hard to simplify your words. Even I call you great, and there's nobody greater. But sometimes I just should call upon your name. In your name there is safety and security. And whosoever calls on you can be saved. Oh God, your name has so much strength. Your name alone is strong. 'Cause you are God. You are God. There's no one like you. You are God. You are God. Your name is Lord. You are God. The one and only God, my God. Everything else shall pass away, but your name will remain, and everyone will declare that you are God. Yes, your name has power. Your name is strong. Just call his name God, my God. Hey. Your name is a strong tower. Your name is a strong tower. My name is I am saved. My name is God, my God. God, my God, strong. Your name is a strong tower. Your name is a strong tower. My name is my name is God, my God. God, my God.
Uh-oh, I got one right here, brothers and sisters.
How great is our God? You say with me, how great is our God? Oh, we'll see how great
Let the world hear. Can't be ashamed. Let the world hear. Everywhere you go, you hear rap music. That's right. He's our God. Say with me how great He's our God. I will sing how great He's our God.
Zion, can you raise your hands in the building? You're the name above
All names. You are worthy of our praise. Yeah, yeah.
and my heart will say,
How great is our God.
everybody just raise that praise. You're the name above all names.
Our God. Can't be ashamed. How great is our God. Say with me, how great is our God. And all will see how great is our God.
Somebody shout it to God with the voice of triumph tonight. Hallelujah.
Oh, how great is our God.
Come on, just be loose in your hands.
How great is our God. And all will see how great is our God. How great. We gotta do that again. The world gotta hear it. Can't be ashamed. They gotta hear it. And all will see how great is our God.
And everybody just raise that praise in the building.
How great is our God.
Everybody
Say with me, how great is our God. All will see how
is our God.
is our God.
Zion, can you raise your hands in the building?
You're the name above all names.
You are worthy of
That's right.
our praise.
Yeah, yeah.
And my heart
We'll sing how great.
is our God. Everybody just raise that praise. You're the name above our name.
All names. You are worthy of all praise. In my heart will sing how great is our God. How great
the Father right now. Everybody just lift your voice and just sing it. Come on. How great is our God. Say with me, how great.
They gonna see. See, you know what it is, brothers and sisters. You know what it is. When you truly have, when you truly have an encounter with the Lord, a genuine encounter, right? You see all over TV, YouTube, different media outlets, people impersonating people. You got people that impersonate police officers, people that impersonate tax people, people that impersonate, people calling for, your bills, that you owe. And I mean, certain companies, people impersonate people all over this world. You got people that lie, people that deceive, people that move in trickery and specialize in trickery of speech. So, those who truly have an encounter with the Lord, right? Their life will never be the same. I was talking to a brother that I knew a long time ago when I used to get my hair cut and I used to get lineups. And he was just saying different things. And I was telling him, I'm like, you gotta understand, brother. The world is the way it is today because many people have picked up what they believe is Christianity and they're running with it. And there's no one that's, standing against what they're standing for. So it just spreads like a wildfire. And religion was designed and created to please the flesh, to allow you to think that you're spiritual but still be able to live worldly, to backslide for a week or two or a month or so, doing things that you used to do. Then you go back to the church, say, I'm going to fast, I'm going to overcome this, I'm going to do that, and do that for the rest of your life. So Jesus said in his word that if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. I'm surrounded by vehicles right now. I don't know which one is new. I don't know what year they are. This truck looks new next to me, right? But the owner of this truck knows if that's a truck that he just got or it's a truck that he's been driving, right? So this owner knows that either this F-150 I'm looking at is new or if it's old, right? If it's new, then that means something you never had before, right? It's a new vehicle, right? It's something that he never possessed before. So it's different than the last vehicle. So Jesus said, if any man truly be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things have passed away, and behold, all things are new, right? So if Brother Ronald was the same way I was when I was a gang leader, drug dealer, rapper, rolling with those celebrities, if I was not brand new, then all these years later, I would have still been dibbling, dabbling in those things, right? Because when you live for God, everything, when you truly live for God and you truly feel the Spirit, everything changes. I mean, the money that I was getting, the money that I was seeing, the things that I was doing, right? Wouldn't that pull me back to that life? Because in this life, you don't really meet many genuine people that claim to be Christians. You very don't meet none, right? Many claim to be Christians, but you don't really meet genuine ones. This is it's only a few that's truly left in this race that I have met and that's spread out amongst the world. So if I was the same way I was before, there'll be no way I'm making this Facebook Live video. I wouldn't be singing for Jesus. I wouldn't be worshiping. I wouldn't be glorifying. I wouldn't be talking about him because I'll still be getting troubled by the things that I was being troubled with before God brought me over to him, before I was delivered, before I was healed. I told a guy yesterday, I was in I was in this workout room with this guy, and I was just witnessing to him. And I told him all the stuff that I had going on with me when I was in the world, from the high blood pressure from the sicknesses. I was like 130 something pounds. You know, I'm like 180 now. You know, I told him I was like 160 probably for like the last few years. I said, but you know, I gained all this weight. You know, I said, God did that, you know, just with working out, exercise, and different things like that. And I said that, you know, I was shot in my stomach, brother, in 2005. I lost half my stomach. So, you know, I was shot again in 2009. I said, you know, in 2008, I had an ulcer, and they took more of my stomach out. So I said, technically, if you look at my stomach on the x-ray, it's the size of a child. But spiritually, I received I received a stomach from heaven. So I said I could eat. Before I used to eat and have diarrhea if I drank water at the same time. So like how you can eat and drink fluids, I wasn't able to do that before God intervened. I had to choose one. So if I was dehydrated but I was hungry, I had to eat, wait a few hours, and then be able to sip on some water, because my food digested so slow because my stomach was so little. But if I was to try to take a bite of a sandwich and drink a swig of juice, I would have diarrhea immediately, because it wasn't able to break it down. It was bad. So I got rescued from that. High blood pressure, allergies, always sick, pain in my body, attacks in my mind, hearing voices, being held down when I was sleeping, having sex in dreams, suicidal thoughts, depressed all the time, lustful, angry, prideful, rebellious, racist, you know, unbelieving, just a wicked and evil man I was. So I said, brother, all those things left. I said, when I received my deliverance, I said, all those things left. I said, now the same way that God had that brother in Africa pray for me, I said, now God is doing the same thing through me, and I pray for people now. I said, but 3 years that God prepared me for this, before you see me go out praying for people as you do. And I started showing them videos on my Facebook and on my Instagram, deliverances and stuff like that, explaining to him what was taking place. You know, it was a big, strong guy. He said, I believe everything, you know, and he was listening. I showed him pictures of me and Walker. I showed him when Walker called me a few months ago, saying that he wanted to live for God. So I showed him that, you know, the Instagram message when Walker messaged me on Instagram. I showed him pictures of old rappers that I had, videos I did with Gucci Mane and different stuff like that. And he said, you know, I believe you. I showed him all my bullet wounds. You know, that was the Lord working in there through me for that brother, you know, and he was blessed. And I said, brother, true Christians walk in power, brother. I said, in religion and all its beliefs, everyone can argue what they want to argue because there's no power. But I said, the same way it takes power to keep this world, you know, rotate on its axis, the same power it takes to bring in the seasons, the same power it takes to cause it to rain, to snow, you know, to cause it for the crops to grow, the same power it takes to, you know, keep us able to, you know, have gravity, you know, and not have gravity in space. The same way oxygen is being given to us daily. There's no oxygen in outer space. I said, so it takes power. So I said, only the Creator can heal his creation. Only the Creator can deliver his people. So when people seen Jesus walk this earth, they knew that he was God, because they know only God can open the eyes of the blind. Only God can open the ears of the deaf. Only God can loosen the grip that Satan has over people's life. Only God can do that, because we know that Satan has strength, but he's no match for God. So religion can argue and debate all day long, but power is what separates these religions. Power, because everyone is just arguing. Religious Christians, Muslims, Buddha, Scientology, but everyone is facing the same thing. Listen to me, follow me. Everyone is facing anxiety, depression, diabetes, sicknesses. You have Muslims that have high blood pressure. You have religious Christians that have blood pressure. You have people that are Buddha, people that believe in Hinduism. You have people that's in Scientology that have high blood pressure. You got people that have diabetes, Muslims, religious Christians, and every belief they have the same problems, same disorders. You got Down syndrome in Muslims. You got Down syndrome in religious Christian children. You got Down syndrome in people that are Buddha, believe in Buddhism. You have all these things, right? But when Jesus came, and everyone was believing what they was believing in, but they had no relief, right? They just was suffering and going through what they were going through. You had Jews that needed deliverance and needed healings. You had Gentiles need deliverance. And you had Romans. You had Centurions. You know, you had Italians. You had everyone that needed healing, deliverance. But if their belief was a truth belief, then why wasn't their God able to deliver them the way Jesus did? Follow me. Now in the book of Acts, you see the same thing taking place. You see on my Facebook page praying for all these Christians and they receiving healings, deliverance. If their churches was true churches and their pastors were true pastors, then why are they coming to Brother Ronald to receive deliverance and receive healing? If their church, and I've been all over this country, from California to Minnesota to New York, you know, to Florida, to Indiana, you just name it, Virginia, Kentucky, the list goes on. And all these people are in churches, but they get no relief. They get no freedom, no healing. That's why the Bible said, you will know them by the fruits. Many people pick up Christianity because they feel it's the right thing to do. But the reasoning goes no further than that. If every belief is a true belief, then why who they believe in can't rescue them and get them relief? But why when you come to Jesus, you can receive a healing, a deliverance, a miracle, a sign, and a wonder? You can see dead people be brought to life. You can see those who, I'm telling you myself, you know, of the things that I had. I wouldn't have been able to be on these videos like I'm on now. I'd have been getting too dizzy. I'd have been too hot. I've been having hot flashes. I've been feeling too sick. I've been too nervous, too paranoid. Worrying about if people think I sang good or not, or if I sang bad. I don't care about none of those things because my heart is for the Lord. That's the world that categorizes sopranos, altos, tenors, bass. That's the world that categorizes everything. If you're singing for the Lord. Who is man to say that you can't sing or you can sing? Only way people are categorized as singing is because they get paychecks for it. That's it. If no one was ever getting paid for singing, it'd never be categorized the way it is. The world always makes you feel less than yourself. Oh, you can't sing as good as this woman, or you can't sing as good as this man, or you don't have this voice, or he sounded bad when he was singing. There's hatred in the world. Let me tell you this real quick. God wants me to share. What is racism? There's no such thing as racism. Who created that word, right? I know what the word means to people, but it's deeper than that. You know what racism is? It's just hate, right? You look at a Ku Klux Klan member, right? Caucasian man walking around in those sheets, you know, ready to burn crosses and hang people on trees, right? You think he's a nice father to his children? You think he's at dinner table? Johnny, let's go out and play ball. Let's go take a walk down into the park. Let's go hike, Johnny. You think his life is normal? Known around the world to be white supremacy. Known around the world to hate African Americans. You think that he doesn't have hate in his heart towards everyone? So how is it just racist? Racist is labeling and categorizing what's in someone's heart. So if you say this white man is racist toward this black man, you're saying that he's racist towards black people, right? But racist needs to be erased. The word that needs to be put in place is just hate. There's hate in everyone's heart, right? Because a white man will hate another white man if that white man is sitting next to a black man. Listen to what I'm saying now. You can't turn it off and turn it on. If you have hate towards blacks, you have hate towards your own kind. Satan doesn't care that you hate black folks. You hate white folks too, right? Because if that white folk don't believe in what you believe in, you're going to hate him too. And black people, if that black guy don't believe in what you believe in, you're going to call him a white person lover. Or if that white person likes black guys, you can call him a black guy lover. That's the truth. So it's hatred on both sides. This is the world that tries to categorize racism. There's no such thing as racism. It's hatred. The love of God is not in people's hearts. That's it. That guy at the table that's racist, as you guys say, does he love his wife? Is he not verbally abusive? Is he not aggressive? Is he not angry? You think he could just turn off his anger because he's angry towards black people? Or the black guy's angry towards white people? You think he's a nice guy? You don't think? Go on those people pages that's white and black, that's into all that stuff, activists and this and that. I'm for black rights, I'm for white rights. Go on their pages, look at all their posts. Anger, hate, violence, evil words. We're gonna kill these people. We're gonna hurt them. We're gonna stand up. It's on both sides. I done seen African-American rappers, celebrities, talk about white people, right? And don't like white people, right? And I done seen them also talk about black people that don't like them as well. Listen to what I'm telling you now. I done seen black rappers, celebrities, talk against white people, Caucasians. I done seen them also talk about black people, African Americans. So let me ask you a question. Is it truly racism or is it just hate? Because racism is supposed to be categorized towards what? A certain race, not like another race, right? Being biased, partiality, not liking the opposite race. But if a Caucasian man doesn't like African Americans and another Caucasian man is standing with African American, would that Caucasian man not hate that other Caucasian man because he's standing with African Americans? Of course he will. An African American man don't like Caucasians. Another African American man is support. For instance, look what they say about Trump. A lot of African Americans are mad at other African Americans for siding with Trump, you know, into the election. Are they not angry with those people? Is that not hatred in their heart? So Satan created racism to try to make it seem as it's you know, something that's just personalized. Oh, I just don't like blacks. Oh, I don't just like whites. You just got hatred in your heart. You don't like yourself. You got blacks killing blacks. You got whites killing whites. It's hatred. You can categorize it. You can say white cops kill all black people. White cops kill their own kind, and African American cops kill their own kind as well. Do your research. So you can say whatever you want to say. The problem in this world is not racism, it's hate. Because the love of God is not in people's heart. That's it. It's nothing but hate that's in people's heart. That's it. But they deceive themselves and say, I don't like those black folks. You don't like anything. Because if you don't like someone, then you hate many different things. It's the truth. Let me ask you a question. A racist man, as you guys call it, whether they're black or white, are they nice at the dinner table? Are they sitting down like Leave It to Beaver and eating dinner? Hey, baby, come bring in dinner. Let's sit down and eat as a family. Or is he not teaching them children to hate, to kill? Don't like those black people. Don't like those white people. Don't look at them when they look at you. Don't you look at them on both sides of the family. It's not a white thing or a black thing. It's a hate thing. That's the truth. Yeah, you can bring up slavery. Slavery been in existence since back in the Egyptian days. Children of Israel was enslaved for 400 years. So slavery been around. Look at the Holocaust. Look at the Jews, you know, with Hitler. These things been around. But there's not slavery today anymore, right? Many people can have a family member die from someone that killed them, and they'll forgive the person that killed their loved one. But no one is forgiving slavery. It's still floating around in African American hearts as well. And African Americans, who's paying all these celebrities? Let me ask you a question real quick, brothers and sisters. You see so many African Americans talk about Caucasians, right? And especially the celebrities. But who's paying them though? Where are most of their checks coming from? Is it coming from other African Americans? Or it come from a lot of different Caucasians that are wealthy? Come on, brothers and sisters. But they're racist though. They go to doctors that are Caucasian and they receive treatment. But they go make a video saying, oh, we don't like white people. Delusion. It's just hate. Eye for eye, tooth for a tooth. So you see, All the men that came before us, I won't speak much on them because a lot of people can't handle it. But a lot of those brothers were biased and they believed in what they believed in. Jesus was the only one that didn't try to come and change what was going on in the world. Every man that came as a leader tried to change what was going on in the world. Jesus never tried to overthrow Caesar or Pilate or anyone that was in Jerusalem, right? King Agrippa, he never tried. He never did. He came to change your heart because he knows that trying to bring change amongst people because what you believe is not going to bring change. You can get some laws passed, you might get some bills signed, but the hate is still in people's heart. Jesus was the only man that came and took the hate out of people's heart. He said, love your enemies as yourself. No leader ever talked those things. No leader ever talked about loving your enemies. They talked about being equal with one another. I don't care if I can't ride on the front of the bus. I can ride the bus. I don't need to sit in the front of the bus. As long as I can get to where I'm going, it's well with me. Jesus was born in the manger. Jesus slept on the Mount of Olives. So he wouldn't have been worried about people keeping him from being able to sleep in height hotels because he was black. He wouldn't have cared. He wouldn't have slept in the mountains on olives. He wasn't worried about having this and having 4 acres and a mule. He wasn't worried about that. He came to preach the truth, to change your heart. Because once the change starts in you, then the change starts, it's a chain reaction everywhere. That's right. Nothing ever was done by force or protesting or rioting. It don't matter if laws were passed. There's still hate and anger and destruction in men's heart in this world, people's hearts in this world. So it don't matter what these leaders did that came before us. There's still hate here. There's still murders. It don't matter what president came before us, whether it was black president, white president, green president, tall president, short president. The world is still the same. The only one that brought change, and this is the truth because I changed, is Jesus, right? I'm not doing those things anymore. Imagine 1 million brothers that came from the world like me, had the same encounter, delivered, demons were cast out, filled with God's Spirit. It'd be 1 million of me right now on Facebook saying the same thing. That's a change. There's no hate in our hearts no more. No lust. Not sleeping around with all these women. Not smoking, not drinking, not fighting, not cursing. Not living like the rest of the world. Wouldn't that be a change? 1 million of us like that? There you go. It doesn't come by man. It comes by God. It doesn't come by protesting and rioting and having dreams. It comes by Jesus. That's what it comes by. Many won't receive this message. Many will get offended. Many will get angry. Many will take my words out of context. But I speak the truth, I lie not. My conscience bear me witness in the Holy Ghost. It's the truth. Every man that came was biased. They had their own beliefs. Jesus came was only about his Father's business. He was only here to destroy the wall between man and God, to be a sacrifice for us. He didn't come looking for equal rights with man of opposite races. He came to establish the love in your heart with God. He came to teach you the standards of God. He came to set the standard for life. He came to teach you righteousness. He came to teach you no matter what you go through. Rejoice. I say again, rejoice. He came to teach you no matter what you go through. Love your enemies. He came to teach you no matter what you go through. If a man smote you on one cheek, turn the other cheek. He never rioted. He never protested. He never spoke evil of anyone in a position of power. He never spoke against the oppression that his people were going through in Jerusalem. Never. But he came to free them in their heart. He came to free them in their mind. Because no matter what you go through, if you have peace, you'll be asleep like Jesus Christ was on that boat in the midst of a storm. You understand? You can't change anything if people don't want to change. All you're doing is making noise, kicking up dust. So every leader that came, right? They came from what they believed and what they thought. But things are still the same. It's only psychological warfare to make them believe they won the battle. Right? But the only one who brought true change was Jesus. And he was able to take demons out of you and fill you with his Spirit. So you'll live righteous, holy, and godly. Right? No other man did that. No other man can do that but Jesus. So you see, I'm not into the black stuff, the white stuff. I'm into love. Because love looks around the corner and see who's in need. Look at me right now at this Walmart, in this parking lot. Look at all my fellow human beings. Brothers and sisters that was created by God. Look at us. We don't even know each other. We don't even speak to each other. When we lock eyes, one will look away. There's no love in people's heart. This is not the way God intended this world to be. So you see, man ain't did nothing in this world. Because look at everybody. Yeah, there's laws. You can't hang a person on a tree. You can't be racist. You can't do this, you can't do that. But there's no love. Get laws passed to force us to not attack each other, not fight each other, not hang each other, not shoot each other, not beat each other. Yeah, pass some laws for that. Make us walk like robots. Yeah, look at that black guy. I don't like him, but I can't say anything because it's a law. Yeah, look at that white guy. I can't say anything because it's a law. I can't hang him. He can't hang me. Look, that's the world. But look at us. Everyone just looking. No one speaking. Jesus made it to where when he changed you, that you walked in love. You were talking to each other. You was hugging each other. The Bible say to greet one another with a holy kiss. Reading the book of Acts. That's what Jesus did. Look around, you look at history. That's what man did. Pay attention. God bless. I love you all.